there, party people. Welcome to your practice at the Movement Clinic. My name is Emily, and today's class is entirely focused on moving from our center. So from a very supported and stable pelvis and abdominal wall so that we can feel like we're moving from a really stable and grounded place. This is not only great figuratively, but actually literally. So find a comfortable standing position. Hop onto your mat. Let's jump straight into it. Feet are comfortably wide, about outer hip width distance. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever you're most comfortable with. Gentle bend in the knees. Place your right hand on the flesh below your belly button and above your pubic bone, and left hand on top of that. Maybe thumbs cross. Bring that internal gaze of awareness to the flesh underneath your hands, the low belly above the pubic bone and below the belly button. We often hear this term drishti in yoga, and many instructors use it as that external focus to help with balance. But we're going to bring our drishti to this internal place, this moving from this stable pelvis and low belly, creating a sense of grounding, maybe even calling in the earth element so that we can move from a place of stability. We can feel more grounded, not only in our practice, but maybe a bit more as we walk off of our mats as well. So with that internal gaze of awareness on the low belly, start to draw the low belly back and in, maybe gently away from the hands, and feel how the pubic bone lifts up towards the belly button, and the belly button moves up and back underneath those floating ribs and back towards the spine. It's not necessarily a huge movement, but it's that gentle tilt of the pelvis to neutralize the curve of the low back. Start to bring an awareness to this place, this low belly. And this drawing back and in so that pubic bone is gently lifting towards the belly button drawing back and in to the back of the body. This is our focus today. And additionally, notice these lower floating ribs. Often as we do these things, they want to flare forward. Gently squeeze them together and draw them into the back line of the body. So we almost have this plumb line through our spine, from the crown of the head all the way through our tailbone. And gently release your hands to your sides as you float the eyes open, keeping all of this stability. Walk to the top of your mat into Tadasana. Feet are hip width distance. Release your hands down by your sides. Floating ribs are in, low belly lifting up and in. That's probably going to be the theme song for today's class. And bring your arms up and overhead. Inhale, low ribs in, low belly in. Exhale, fold. This idea of moving from center, keeping side bodies long. Inhale, lift your gaze, plant your palms, step back to tabletop. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. Find that plumb line in the spine, lengthen out through the crown of the head, lengthening your hips and ribs away from each other, keeping the stability of this front line of the body, drawing into the back of the body. Reach that left foot behind you, heel in line with hip, or moving in that direction as you press back through the heel, bird dog. From that center, start to reach your right arm forward. Palm faces in, thumb faces up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap knee to elbow underneath that center. Inhale, lengthen. Don't let the pelvis dump or move. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Land your right hand, spin right toes out to the right, gate pose. Land left foot, reach left fingertips to sky. Turn the palm to face forward and reach up and overhead. Gaze down at the top of your mat. Plant your left hand towards the midline of the mat as you inhale, left heel up, square right toes behind you. Exhale, step left foot forward outside of left hand. Inhale, low lunge, come on up. Again, moving from center, so find that awareness. Lift the pubic bone up towards the belly button. Draw belly button back and in. Square the pelvis so that you can find that leveling in space. Inhale, arms overhead, mind the low ribs. Now exhale, press your front leg straight. Lift your heart up, low belly zipped, curl your sit bones underneath you, sweep right hand back to find right heel. Inhale, lift up from here as you draw left arm back. So front line of the body is lifting forward and up towards the ceiling. And exhale, rebend that front knee, arms sweep forward, inhale. Lift your back knee, palms come to heart center. Exhale, bent leg warrior three. So strong back foot, just like we do in bird dog. As you lean forward, press off that left foot, press back through the left, or the right heel, excuse me, still moving from center. Find that plumb line in the spine and lengthen front to back from heel to crown of head. Inhale, stand on up, knee to chest, arms reach up. Exhale, right arm sweeps back as left hand lands gently outside of right knee. Twist. Inhale, to release, right foot down, Tadasana. Lift your arms up, fingertips are in line with your shoulders, palms face one another. Moving from center to float heels off of mat and come to the balls of the feet. Squeeze your kneecaps, squeeze your glutes, lift that low belly. Actively reach out through your palms and magnetize them towards one another without them actually touching. With your next inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head, move from center to float heels off of mat. Keep that internal gaze on that center of gravity, that center of balance. Exhale, lower heels slowly. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift gaze, plant palms, step back, tabletop. Same thing, second side. We're gonna roll through this a couple of times. Inhale, right leg back, keep that plumb line in the spine, moving from that stable and grounded center. Left arm floats overhead. Inhale, lengthen front to back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Plant left hand, left toe, spin out to the left, gate pose. Plant right foot, right fingertips lift. Spin that palm to face forward, reach up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, right hand plants, right foot floats yet again. Exhale, step forward for low lunge. Lifting from the pit of that belly. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Take a moment to find all of those little adjustments. Left hip wraps forward, right sit bone moves back and down to square pelvis. Curling sit bones under, lifting up that low belly. Pubic bone hugs in towards the belly button as you lengthen up through the fingertips. Now here, start to lift the heart out of the low back to find that sense of stretching the front line of the body forward and up. As you press front leg straight, sweep left fingertips back to find that left heel. Now you can see here, I'm leaning over to the left, so moving from center, curling sit bones under, zipping up low belly, stretching front line of body, up, forward and up rather. Gaze forward, lower chin. Exhale, low lunge, woo. Moving from center-ish. High lunge, lean forward, palms to heart center, bent leg, warrior three. As you exhale, lift that left foot, finding that bird dog shape with that back leg and the upper body as you lengthen and lift the front of the body off of that standing leg. Inhale, stand up, knee to chest, reach up. Exhale, sweep left hand back, right hand gently lands, twist to the left. Inhale, release left foot down. Bring your palms to meet, fingers in line with shoulders. Again, finding this elevation onto the balls of the feet by lifting up from the crown, moving from center. Squeeze those kneecaps, squeeze the glutes. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Take a couple rounds of breath. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the gaze, plant the palms, step back to down dog this time. So as always, adding on little by little. Lift the gaze, exhale, lower knees to mat. One round of this bird dog abdominal work. Inhale, right arm forward, left leg back, moving from center. Exhale, tap knee to elbow. Inhale, find length. Exhale, release right hand down. Keep that left foot floating this time if you can. Spin right toes out to the right for floating gait. Reach up, spin the top hand to the palm to face forward and reach the fingertips up and overhead. Now from here, step left foot forward. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Find the adjustments as you do. Exhale, press front leg straight, sweep right fingertips back, find that heel. Inhale to expand, lifting front line of body, drawing that top arm back, always moving from this center. Keep that internal gaze here. Gaze forward, exhale, lunge. Bring palms to meet at heart center, lift back knee. Exhale, warrior three, bent or maybe start to straighten the leg, any amount. Inhale, stand up, right knee to chest, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand lands, right arm sweeps back. Inhale to stand, coming up onto those tippy toes, starting to flow and adjust. Exhale, release heels down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze. Plant your palms, step back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose, lower knees if you need the support. Exhale, lower to your bellies. Plant your fingertips outside of your shoulders, wider than your mat. Inhale, lift up, still lifting from that center. So we're still lifting the pubic bone up towards the belly button, lifting the belly button back and in, and stretching the sides of our bodies forward and up, the front line of our body forward and up. Exhale, lower. Let's do that 2 more times with breath. Inhale, lift from center, forward and up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, lift back, tabletop. Bird dog, left arm forward, right leg back, inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Transition floating gait, left hand lands, left toes out, Float right foot or keep it floating, right fingertips lift up, palm faces forward, reach forward and back. Take an inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge, reach up. Find that adjusting as you lift and lengthen. Press front leg straight. Exhale, left hand lands on left heel. Inhale, find the lift and squaring of shoulders in space. Pelvis is squared in space. Gaze forward, exhale as you bend the front knee. Palms come to heart center. Press that back leg straight and transition to warrior three. Inhale. Find the exhale to settle in, but lift the front of the body off of that standing leg. Inhale, stand up, knee to chest, reach up. Exhale, sweep left arm back, right arm lands, twist. And slowly release. Inhale up to tippy toes as we start to find these familiar shapes, moving a little bit more fluidly with breath. With your next exhale, soften heels down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And take a moment here in your forward fold. You might ragdoll and grab opposite elbows as you allow ribs to find thighs. Scoop the low belly up and into the back of the body. Gently release your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lift your gaze, plant your palms, step back, down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower with or without knees. Plant fingertips outside of mat, in line with shoulders, elbows down, shoulder blades on the back. Lifting from that center, inhale, stretch your heart forward and up. Front line of body is still stretching forward and up. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, tabletop. All right, last round. Still adding on layers and layers. Stay with where you're at, or maybe ramp up challenge for balance, strength, flexibility, as you see fit. And you always have the option of, backing off a little bit. You can play with the edge or stay far away from it, totally up to you. Bird dog, right arm, left leg, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Floating gait transition on the exhale. Inhale, left arm floats. Flip palm forward, reach up and overhead. This time as you exhale, keep back foot floating, but land your left hand, square right toes, tuck toes, 3-legged dog from here. Continue to move from that center. Gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, step left foot forward outside of left hand. This is where you can now choose high or low lunge. So lower back knee if you would like, or keep it lifted. Inhale, lift up, squaring those hips, zipping up low belly. Bend that back knee, press the front leg straight as you sweep right fingertips back. Try to find that back foot. I'm getting my calf. Inhale, lift front line of body. Exhale to lunge. Whew, that's hard. Bring palms to meet at heart center. Inhale, warrior three. Bent leg, straight leg, whatever your body is into. With your next inhale, stand up, knee to chest, reach up. Option for leg to stay bent or slide your left hand to find that outer right foot as the right arm sweeps back. Press the right leg straight. And slowly release that right foot down. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, soften. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze, plant your palms. Step back to down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower. Plant fingertips outside of shoulders. Inhale, lift just one time here. Exhale to release. Tabletop on the inhale, lift on up. Readjust hands and knees as needed. Inhale, right leg and left arm out, bird dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Transition floating gate on the exhale. Move from that center. Turn that top palm to face forward. Reach forward and up. Now square the left toes behind you as you land right hand. Three-legged dog from here. Right leg is still floating. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step right foot wide outside of right hand. Again, high or low lunge. Choose what's working for you. Inhale, reach up. Square the pelvis, adjust it all. Exhale, press front leg straight. Back knee is bent. Find the foot or the calf, like me, with those left fingertips. Inhale, lift heart forward. Exhale, lunge. Bring palms to heart center. Inhale, warrior three. Use the exhale to find lightness, stability. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Again, option to keep leg bent and slide right hand outside of knee, or find the outer edge of the left foot as you press the leg straight. And slowly release. Wow. Okay. So, a little sissy squat challenge to wrap up class. As though this hasn't been challenging enough, if you can't tell by my huffing and puffing. So step your feet, again, comfortably wide. It could be a little easier with your feet more outer hip width distance, but pick your poison. Now, if coming up onto the balls of the feet has felt challenging enough, maybe work from there today. Maybe just hold for as long as possible, working more on balance than anything else. For a sissy squat, this idea of moving from the center, of lifting the front body forward and up, is going to help us really find a supported sissy squat. So let's see if I can just show you in general where we're going. So supported, lifting off of the heels, arms reach forward, palms face in. I'm actively reaching out through my palms. As I bend my knees, I'm lifting my bony hip points forward and up, lifting my heart forward and up, and lowering my shoulders back. Woo! So that's more or less it-ish. Let's try it together. We'll have 3 attempts. So find an external spot to gaze at to help you with your balance. Keep that focus on moving from the center of gravity. It is not fail-proof, as you just witnessed with me. Sometimes balance is on, sometimes it's off. Today, these sissy squats have been kicking my butt. So, just is what it is. Let's work with what we've got today. So find all of that stability, grounding, maybe a little bit of lightness and sense of curiosity and play by maybe simply putting a smile on your face. Reach your arms out in front of you, palms face in, actively reaching away through those fingertips, magnetizing and energizing those hands. Lift up onto the balls of the feet. Squeeze those kneecaps, curl those sit bones under. Really use those glutes. Stay or start to bend the knees. And send the backs of the shoulders back. Lift the front line of the body forward and up. And inhale, come on up. Ooh. Shake out the feet. All right, 2 more attempts. Let's do it. Find your gaze. Focus on your center. Squeeze kneecaps, engage glutes, float heels off of mat. Stay here. Reach arms forward, palms face in. Maybe start to bend those knees. Lift the front line of the body forward and up as you soften the backs of the shoulders. Back, back, back. And inhale, come on up. Exhale, soften heels down. Shake out feet. It's like camel pose, but as though I don't like you very much, right? Maybe that's demonic camel pose is really what a sissy squat is. I'm not sure. Okay, whew. Last attempt. Charge for the edge. Soften away from it. Do what serves you. No matter what you're doing, move from your center. Focus there, focused gaze, squeezed kneecaps, sit bones curling under so that you feel your tushy really wrap around your pelvis. Reach the arms forward, palms face in. Ooh, here we go. Bend knees, lift heart, lift those bony hip points forward and up as you soften those shoulders back. And inhale, come on up. Soften your heels down. Step your feet outer hip width distance if they aren't already. Ragdoll it forward. Gentle forward fold. Really generous bend in the knees. I love me some weird and wonderful movement. Our bodies are just so incredibly capable and adaptive and resilient. It's nice to create some pudding so I have proof, right? Okay, lift your gaze. Lift that belly. Press your left leg straight. Right knee stays nice and bent. Low belly is lifted. Right fingertips are planted in front of and somewhere outside of the pinky edge side of the right foot. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, release left hand down, bend left knee, press right leg straight. Inhale, right fingertips up to the sky. And slowly release right fingertips down. Lift the gaze, bend knees, right foot steps back. Left foot is more in line with your belly button, so we're kind of in a short high lunge position here. Turn left toes out, dragon squat, or dragon lunge, excuse me. Roll to the outer edge of both feet and soften your right hip down. Take your left hand and press that left knee open. Open up that hip any amount. If rolling all the way to the outer edges of both feet isn't really doing it for you or isn't possible for you, period, it can be really nice to just come into a low lunge, turn the toes out, and roll to the outer edge of the left foot and use that left hand to gently guide the knee out. There's always ways of honoring where our body is at today, yesterday, tomorrow, always. Inhale, slowly come back to center. We meet in a forward fold as we exhale. Knees are generously bent. Lift your gaze, pick up left foot, step it back. Same thing, dragon lunge. Whatever variation it is that your right hip is craving, or body in general. Inhale, come back through center. Lower back knee. Come through tabletop to find child's pose. Sink hips to heels. This can be as active or as passive as your body is calling for. If the maniac living in your brain is telling you to push harder while your body is actually asking you to soften, listen to the body first. And walk your hands back. Swing your feet out from underneath you and lie onto your back. Knees bent, feet planted. Toe heel your left foot over towards the right side of the mat slightly, and cross your right leg over your left, like a lady would sit, or at least like my mom tells me they do. Now hug your knees in towards your chest and slide your hands down either shin bone to grab the outer edges of either feet in this sort of shoelace position as you gently pull your heels towards the opposite outer hip. Draw your belly in, still moving and operating from the center. And look, if you can't grab the outer edges of the feet, maybe it's just that you're grabbing out either knee and just pulling the knees in towards the chest, whatever gives you a nice opening in the low back and across the hips. Now keep the right leg crossed over the left. Land that left foot. Pick up your hips, scooch them to the right. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the left. Keep both shoulder blades planted on the mat. And look, if this kind of cross-legged twist is just too much for any reason, simply uncross the legs and stack your right knee on top of your left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, draw the belly in, move from center to lift knees back up to point at the sky, uncross your legs, center your hips briefly. Right foot walks over towards the left as you cross left leg on top of right. In that shoelace position, whatever shape your body takes for it. As you try to find the outer edges of those feet, draw the heels gently towards either outer hip. Neck is soft, jaw is soft, shoulders are soft. I noticed that mine were kind of popping forward with the effort of drawing back on my feet, but those can still remain soft, just letting go of the unnecessary effort. Keeping legs crossed, release your feet, plant your right foot to pick up the hips and scooch them to the left as you exhale, knees to the opposite side, over to the right, or legs stacked, whatever variation works for you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, draw the belly in. To float, knees back up. Uncross the legs, center the hips. Find your Shavasana, whatever shape that takes for you today. Take a moment to soften that space below the belly button and above the pubic bone. Soften the entire front of the body into the back of the body without effort. We now allow gravity to do the work that our muscles have been doing for most of class. And I urge you to stay here as long as your day allows. And soft awareness and appreciation for this body, for its capabilities, for its resilience, and strength, and balance, and for cultivating a sense of moving from a place of stability, from a place of being grounded. And I honor you and bow to you in deep appreciation and gratitude. I'll see you next time.